Bitcoin is still trading inside of this massive downtrend, but I think that everyone is going to be wrong about this current move. We are about to see some massive changes in the market. Today, we are about to get the inflation rate data, and I think that at this moment we are seeing a massive trap. So need to be talking about that exactly, because I've got some very good data all backing up this idea. Bitcoin miners are currently capitulating, so need to be talking about that exactly and much more in today's update video. So can we once again push up the likes back above the 200 likes? That will be absolutely amazing. And as always, let's have a look into that short term. And in that short term, yes, we still have that CME gap open above us, which is still inevitable to be getting filled over here. Now, in the short term, we have been creating a Bitcoin bullish divergence. Sellers are getting exhausted on the daily time frame. Yes, the Bitcoin price is pushing even lower, but on the RSI indicator, on the momentum indicator, we are creating a higher low, which is definitely indicating seller exhaustion. And because of that, I do think that a little bit of a local bottom is going to be quite inevitable. Now, more on that exactly a little bit later. First of all, we are still trading inside of a downtrend for Bitcoin. This is going to be very important to keep in mind. The stock market is trying to be falling down below the weekly EMA ribbons, which is definitely a worrying signal we are getting in the market. But like I've been explaining yesterday, Trump is basically all doing this on purpose. He's trying to be crashing the S&P 500 to pressure the Fed into cutting interest rates. So you will need to pay a less amount of money on the US debt that is currently ongoing, on the $7 trillion US debt that the US is having. So he is trying to lower the interest rates, which in the longer term is going to be extremely bullish for the markets. Now, today we are about to get some very important data, because today we are about to get the inflation rate coming in, and this will be very important, especially right now, especially while everyone is having a look into the statistics to really guide us through the markets. Because yes, if the data will be coming in better than expected, more bullish than expected, it will be extremely bullish for the market. What we want to see right now is the inflation rates to crash towards the downside. So if the inflation rates are indeed going to be coming in lower than expected right now, they're going to be coming in at a 2.9. That's going to be the expectation. But if they're going to be coming in lower than expected, it is going to be extremely bullish, because at that moment, it is going to be expected that the Fed is going to be cutting the interest rates sooner. And that is exactly what we want in the market right now. And when that happens, when interest rates will be getting cut again, that will be resulting for a massive pump in the market again. So in another 7 days right now, we are going to be getting another FOMC meeting and another interest rate decision. And for this next decision, this data that we are about to be getting today will be very important. Let's see what the actual inflation rate data will be. Now, if we're going to be having a look into the true inflation data, this one is crashing towards the downside. This one has crashed towards 1.37%, and this one is actually much more accurate. Now, if you are going to be having a look into what's a longer term data for Bitcoin, in that longer term, I think we are going to be approaching a major bottom. Yes, in that short term, we are living in some uncertainty. We are getting a lot of uncertainty in the market because of Trump trying to be crashing the markets. But I do think that anytime soon, we can be turning this once again around. Now, if we're going to be just having a look into what Bitcoin, all of the Bitcoin charts are pointing basically in the same direction. That what we are seeing right now, this current Bitcoin dump, is basically just going to be a massive trap. We are falling down below the Bitcoin EMA ribbons, but all of the time whenever this has been happening, it has been basically a very good buying opportunity. And I do think that once again, we are getting a very good opportunity in the market. First of all, what we can be seeing is that the Bitcoin funding rates are flipping negative again. And historically speaking, whenever the Bitcoin funding rates have been flipping negative, this has always been a very good moment to buy. On top of that, we are seeing a huge amount of Bitcoin fear. Now, more on that exactly a little bit later. First of all, Bitcoin on-chain indicators are screaming a buy at this current moment. We have been seeing one of the biggest liquidation events for Bitcoin long positions, and all of the time, liquidation events are usually indicating a local Bitcoin bottom. On top of that, well, the global liquidity is rising again, and we do know that Bitcoin always follows the global liquidity with about a 3-month lag. So yes, the data is looking very good, and at the same time, Bitcoin miners are capitulating right now, and we've been seeing this already many times before during this Bitcoin bull market, during this exact Bitcoin bull market. And all of the time, whenever we have been seeing capitulation, a buy signal has been flashing right after. And all of the time during this capitulation event, it has been generally a very good moment to buy. So right now we are getting the same exact signal again, looking very good. I would definitely not become all too fearful at this current moment. I think that this is going to be a massive trap, which we are getting at this current moment. I do think that everyone is going to be wrong about this current Bitcoin move, because we have been seeing a huge consolidation, right? We have been seeing this consolidation over here during December to around February. And we've been seeing the break towards the downside. Everyone has been flipping fearful. Everyone has been flipping bearish because of this break towards the downside. But this is exactly the thing which we have been seeing much more often, okay? After a bearish breakdown, we've always been seeing about a 1 to 2 month consolidation. And after that consolidation, then we have been seeing the next leg higher. And then we have been seeing the next push higher. Now, I've been saying that I think that this is exactly going to be getting repeated. And we are starting to see it again. Now, at the same time, the Bitcoin market sentiment has been reaching extreme levels of fear, and also about this exactly, I have been saying usually we tend to consolidate at around this extreme levels of fear for about 1 to 2 months, but after that, we always turn around and we always flip back bullish again. So I have been talking about this very extensively. Ever since we've been breaking down of this range, I've been saying, okay, it might be taking 1 to 2 months. It might be taking a little bit longer than most of you guys expect. But in the end of the day, patience is what's being needed. Patience will be rewarded in the market. Eventually, we will be turning around again, and eventually we will be catching up back towards the upside again. The markets just need some time to develop again. The weekends just need to be shaken out during this current period, and the market makers and whales just need to load up on their positions, which all takes time, which all takes approximately about 1 to 2 months. And after that time period, then we can be going towards the upside again. So yes, in the short term, we are once again developing bullish signals. We are forming this bullish divergence. Sellers are getting exhausted while the Bitcoin price is pushing lower, while the RSI and momentum indicator is pushing a higher low, which is definitely indicating seller exhaustion. Looking very good. Now, it could be the case that we're already going to be turning around already at this current moment. We're just going to be consolidating at around this level and then get our push higher. We can also just get another push towards the downside and create a double bullish divergence, okay? This doesn't necessarily have to be the bottom at this current moment. What I'm just going to be having a look in towards myself is going to be this Bitcoin falling wedge pattern. Now, I think this is going to be a very accurate way to predict the Bitcoin bottom. Whenever we're going to be reversing this trend, whenever we're going to be breaking this downtrend, that's going to be the moment where we want to be entering the markets again. And that's going to be the moment where we can be coming in and saying, all right now, indeed, that Bitcoin bottom is going to be in. And right now, indeed, we're going to be pushing another lag towards the upside. Right now, I still do think it's going to be a little bit too risky to say and call the Bitcoin bottom. I want to be seeing the trend flipping. I want to be seeing us breaking back above the Bitcoin EMA ribbons. I want to be seeing us flipping the trend, and that's going to be the moment where we can be saying, all right now we're full in the market again. So yeah, let's see. I mean, on a weekly time frame, still we are trading above the Bitcoin EMA ribbons, looking very good. On the higher time frame, we are just retesting a massive level of previous resistance in towards support. Now, a lot of people are talking about this previous range over here at around the 70k level. A lot of people are talking about this region that we're going to be reaching it. But because everyone is talking about it, I do not think that there's going to be a very big chance that we're going to be reaching all that low. Now, if we are going to be creating a perfect bullish divergence, and we're going to be looking very bullish in my opinion. I do not think it's going to be very likely that this is going to be happening, but if it will happen, well, in that case, it's going to be the perfect and best buying opportunity in the market. Anyways, guys, if you are going to be getting interested in trading Bitcoin right now, make sure to be checking out that first link down below, because with that first link down below, you can be claiming an insane 10% cashback on whatever you deposit. This is going to be absolutely insane if it is going to be available in your country. So make sure to be checking out if it's going to be available in your country. If it is, well, then you can be claiming this insane deposit bonus. Anyways, if we're still just going to be zooming out, a lot of people are fearing that this bull market is over at this current moment. But if we're just going to be having a look into what's history, and if we're just going to be having a look into what's the cycles, well, the cycle is just exactly being repeated. And in the previous cycles, we have been seeing many corrections as well. And yeah, emotions have been getting into play at all of these corrections. People have been considering if the bull market is going to be over. But if you're just going to be having a look into what's history, it is going to be showing us that indeed, well, the cycle is not over yet, and we still have a lot more upside potential gains. So in my opinion, what I've been saying is that, yeah, more patience is just being needed in the market at this current moment. I still do think that we are, yeah, this image really good represents at what current stage we are in. I just think that this trap is going to be getting repeated, and everyone is going to be wrong about the current Bitcoin market. So yeah, let's see what is going to be happening in that longer term. This data we are about to get today is going to be very important. With that being said, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.